Good evening, class and Professor Blizzard. Welcome to my presentation, Leadership Theories in the 21st Century. I would like to start off my presentation with a quote from Jones that explains how leadership changes over time. As explained by Jones, 2015, over the past 50 years, the definitions, descriptions, expectations, and styles of leadership have evolved and will continue to do so. What was truly concerning leadership in the past may no longer hold today, and what is true today may no longer be so in the future. Even so, leaders must be in tune with their teams and be willing to adjust with the times. Leaders must be willing to embrace and become change effectors in their organization. In one of my resources, I found a great table that lists various leadership theories and how they have adapted over time. While I will not read through all of these, I would like to highlight some of the key theories that Dugan 2017 listed in the table. From the mid-1800s to the early 1900s, the Great Man Theory explained that leadership development is based on Darwinistic principles, that leaders are born and not made, and that leaders have natural abilities of power and influence. From 1904 to 1947, the trait theory expressed that a leader has superior endowed qualities. Certain individuals possess a natural ability to lead, and that leaders have traits that differentiate them from their followers. From the mid-1920s to 1977, the influence theory states that leadership is an influence on social exchange process. From the late 1990s to the present, the authentic leadership theory states that leadership is genuine and transparent. Authenticity emerges among leaders and participants' interactions and development over time. Leadership is grounded in positive psychological behaviors and traits, values, purpose, and moral dimension. Over time, the focus of leadership has shifted from the man, or all about the leader, to eliminating the elitist qualities and considering a humanity viewpoint. I would like to discuss a more modern theory that is gaining momentum. This theory is called the True North Theory. I would like to give a little background history of this before we discuss the key points. According to Levy 2015, a year before the financial crisis of 2008, Professor George published True North, Discover Your Authentic Leadership, an extensive study into how authentic leadership can be developed based on interviews with 125 leaders, each widely recognized as both authentic and effective. His new book, Discover Your True North, expands and updates the earlier study, adding insights from an additional group of 47 leaders. The second study, which leads to the latest book, Discover Your True North, demonstrates the dramatic changes for the better in leadership in the past decade. In his interview, Professor George explains his North theory, stating, today's corporate leaders are less hierarchical and bureaucratic than their predecessors. They focus primarily on gaining alignment around their organization's mission and values and empowering their employees to step up and lead rather than merely follow rules and processes. They operate less in their self-interest and more in the service to others and pursuit of greater societal good on a global scale. The new leaders are authentic and open rather than focused on leadership style and charisma. Now, if we apply the True North theory, we discover two fantastic practices. The first one is that leadership requires self-reflection and understanding yourself. The second one is recognizing that globalism has led to the need for global leaders. Levy 2015 explains that being a global leader requires people to understand the world and adapt quickly to rapid changes. To be effective in global environments, especially emerging markets, leaders need to be keenly aware of how they respond to cultural differences and how they celebrate diversity, not just tolerate it. This requires cultural curiosity and the empathy to walk in someone else's shoes. If we apply this theory on a global scale, leaders will have to adapt. With these qualities, authentic global leaders are able to align employees all around the world with the company's mission and values in spite of significant cultural differences. That enables them to understand local market needs, and then develop strategies to leverage their corporate strengths. Globalization has changed processes that needs to be met by leaders. It also has brought into context cultural and social concepts that need to be considered. Implicit leadership theories are lay images of leaderships which are individually and socially determined. Teaching implicit leadership theories contributes to developing leaders and leaderships by raising self and social awareness for the context in which leadership takes place. This is also cohesive with the critical social theory. Dugan, in his 2017 paper, did a thorough job in explaining this theory when he said, despite increasing calls for scholars stating the benefits of using critical social perspectives in the study of leadership, there remains too few examples. This is disappointing given the increased attention to issues in social justice in contemporary theories, which seemingly align beautifully with the values and principles of the critical social theory. These themes offer areas for attention when deconstructing and reconstructing leadership theories, and include de-romanticizing leadership as inherently good and positive, examining how leaderships may reinforce domination and control, and affording greater attention to social location. The themes also serve as a powerful reminder that when left unquestioned, the concept of leadership can default to serving as a tool for ideology versus a vehicle for social change and democratic principles. Dugan did well to explain, in order to adapt to the 21st century, leaders need to shift their focus and use their leadership skills as a vehicle to drive for social change and democratic principles. If we apply these true north theories in the field of law, it can be an opportunity to serve. Lawyers from the 21st century can shift their focus from themselves to their clients' needs. Lawyers can develop a servant attitude and use their knowledge and skills to help others and improve their community. Lawyers in the 21st century need to shift the focus on their career from personal promotion and advancement to a mindset focused on helping others. According to Jones 2015, the following are skills that leaders need to have. Communication. Leaders must fine-tune their communication skills. Good leaders tend to be excellent listeners and are able to listen actively and gather information. Inspiring others in practice as an effective leader. Motivation is best done by example and guidance and not by giving orders. Vision. Leaders are visionaries. Leadership is the capability to translate vision into reality. Modeling is the leader doing what he or she expects the workers to do. Demonstrate empathy. Empathy simply means understanding and compassion. It simply means to thoughtfully consider employees' or clients' feelings along with other factors in the process of making a decision. Confidence is also the cornerstone of leadership. Without confidence, leaders will exist in the title alone. Great leaders must be persistent. The key to being a good leader is endurance and not quitting. Integrity is the core of everything that is successful. Leaders must remain honest and truthful in their actions, and everything a leader does must add value. Leaders add value to their organization and employees by concentrating on activities that create actual value for the organization. They add value through investing in creates worth, whether it's in people, systems, or equipment. If a lawyer applies these skills, they will have excellent communication skills that they can use to motivate and share their vision. They will be confident, persistent, and display integrity. They will also add value to society by way of helping people, which will improve their lives, thus improving the community they live in with better, productive citizens. Leadership is about interaction with colleagues as well. Navarez, Penrose, and Padron 2013 explained that leaders are encouraged positive interactions with each member of the organization, irrespective of the employee's position in the organization. Example, their ranks, mid-management, executives, lower level. However, the leader's approach will differ based on where the employees reside within the organizational structure. This theory also emphasizes linking the leadership style or approach to the affiliated skills, level, deposition needs, and aspirations. As a lawyer, they can use their leadership skills with the interactions with interns, legal aids, judges, etc., to develop a cohesive and interactive relationship that is mutually beneficial for all. The moral of the story is to get rid of the elitist attitude and recognize the need to utilize your leadership skills to help others and to serve them. Whether it be colleagues or clients, the best leaders understand that it is about helping others. Our primary purpose in life should be helping others. This should apply to every aspect in life, including professionally. Helping others will create a better future for us all. I would like to thank you for taking time to watch my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And here is a list of my references that I used to create my presentation. Hope you all have a great evening.